Right, so today is the 5th of November 2023, and as you can see by my beautiful surroundings, I'm in a new place. Don't you just love the lighting in here? Directly behind you, behind the camera, is a very big window, and outside it is rainy and stormy, and I'm just outside of Amsterdam, about 15 kilometers or so outside of Amsterdam city, in a place called Baumbrugge, and this is where I'll be staying for the next 4 months or so until March 2024. It's called the Stichting Oud-Rustenburg Christelike Studiesentrum. It's a wonderful community of scholars, professors and PhD students who are living together in community life and seeking ways to figure out what it means to live purposefully and meaningfully in community, and I'm incredibly grateful to be one of the residents here at the Stichting. And I arrived here on Wednesday. Was it Wednesday? No, it was Thursday. Yes, it was Wednesday, the 3rd of November. 1st of November, sorry. It seems like a lifetime ago. And from Cape Town, and I'm here to start my new job, which I did on Thursday at the Vrije Universiteit of Amsterdam. An incredible university, wonderful opportunity to be serving as Professor of Public Theology amongst the wonderful students and gifted colleagues who are there. And I've found my way there already and been wonderfully welcomed by the colleagues there, and met some students, and beginning to find my feet both at work and here in my new home. My family are not with me yet. They'll only be coming in June next year for our son Liam to start his last 2 years of high school. And that's a bit sad. But we have to take these things in steps. And of course, because we'll be here in the Netherlands for certainly the next 15 years at least, there's no immediate rush in getting things right. So I'm trying to find housing, which is a bit of a pressure for those of you who know what's happening in the Netherlands at the moment. Not an easy thing to do. And also schooling for Liam, and Megan will be applying for work. But it's a wonderful, wonderful opportunity to be here. It came around rather suddenly when the opportunity arose. I was contacted by the FI to say, might I be interested to apply for this post? Someone there contacted me, and I applied and went through the interviews and did a guest lecture, and then was offered the position, for which I'm incredibly, incredibly grateful. Of course, it was sad to leave my wonderful colleagues and students at the University of Stellenbosch. I was very happy there, and it seems almost like the last 3 months were a period of pulling off a plaster very slowly. There was once or twice where I actually could almost hear the Lord saying to me, "Dion, why are you grumbling?" But it was sad to leave familiar places and wonderful people behind. But I found good people here, and there will be good work here to do. And all I want to do is just be faithful in that. Almost as if the Lord was speaking to me very directly about this move. On the 30th of October, I followed the Lectio 365 daily devotions. The title of the devotion was "Go, I Will Bless You." So I don't think it gets too much more clear than that. For that, I'm very grateful. But my colleague Robert Vosloo, whose book I have here, the title of his book, it's a wonderful book, by the way, for anyone who can read Afrikaans or Dutch and who's looking for a book to read. 'n Lewe hier, gedagtes oor tyd en ander gawes. It means a life here, thoughts about time and other gifts. Robert spoke to me a little bit about this issue of choice. There were times where I wondered, am I making the correct choice, the best choice for my life? I mean, ultimately, all I am is a Methodist minister. I'm someone who has dedicated their life to trying to seek what it means to be obedient to God and to serve God's good work in the world. And I'm so deeply ingrained in what's happening in South Africa, works of justice and mercy. And coming to a new place, there were times where I wondered, would I have anything to do or to offer here? And of course, that still remains to be seen. But Robert reminded me, of the work of Kierkegaard, who said that every choice is ultimately absurd. Every choice is ultimately one that has a measure of absurdity to it. Now, of course, there are two ways to read that. The one is to say, well, then choices don't matter. But Kierkegaard's reasoning behind this was slightly different. As a person of faith, as a person of sort of critical faith, existentialist in a sense, Kierkegaard was really trying to say that, if you take into account all of the many variables that go into making a truly wise and informed, completely certain decision, if you have to take all of those variables into consideration, all choices are ultimately impossible. I mean, it's impossible to know what every possible choice in life would entail and all of the variables that will make it up. The thing that we do is we take the information that we have at hand, we take our best virtues and values, our deepest commitments, and we leap in faith. We say, well, if this is where God is leading me, and certainly for Megan and myself and for Liam and for Courtney, we believe that this is the right thing to do, then we make the choice not because it is only rational, but also because we know that we leap in faith into the future that God has for us. So in some senses, that means come what may, we'll do our best, and God will make up whatever we can't know or cannot do. And even when there are tough times, and I do hope that there won't be too many of those, that we will be able to give our best and do our best for God's sake and for the sake of the world. So there's still quite a few things that need to fall into place here in the Netherlands. Amongst them are a school for Liam and a home for my family, work for Megan, and of course me finding my feet and beginning to make a contribution at the Vrije Universiteit. And so we would appreciate your support and your thoughts, your prayers for us as we make this change. And if you have any advice, if you've got any questions, please by all means leave those in the comments of this video, or you can reach me on X, formerly Twitter, at Digital Dion, or Instagram at Digital Dion, or on my website dionfoster.com. So thanks for your interest, and hopefully there will be some content from Amsterdam and the Vrije Universiteit Amsterdam coming over the next months. And thanks for your patience that I haven't been that active on this channel, but there's been good reason for that. So thanks for watching, and I'd love to hear from you. Many blessings.